Hi, I'm Connie Cenac, and you'll see my coffee cup. It says, The Boss Lady. Well, this is interesting because anybody that knows me knows I had never any intention of having any kind of career other than being a wife and mother. But God had other plans for my life. And I want to tell you that I became a boss lady, not because I wanted to, but because God directs the steps of a righteous woman. And I want to tell you, it didn't start out easy. I mean, I was on my feet for many hours, stocking shelves at Piggly Wiggly. And I worked at Dairy Queen and made sure that all my ice creams and everything, the little snow cones and all that, the ice cream cones, everything looked exactly like the posters that were in the windows. And, I've worked as a secretary, which I hated, absolutely hated, sitting at a desk. I was awful. It was like I wished my life away. But one thing I've learned through my years of working, because I've worked since I was 17 years old and I've never not worked, is that God blesses the hands of the diligent. His word says that whatever you do, do it as unto the Lord. Well, what does that mean? It means do it as if Jesus was your boss. He's the CEO of your company that you work for. Now, whether you work in corporate, what we say in America, corporate America, big business, or you work in small business for someone else, or you own your own business, you're an entrepreneur. It never starts out big and grand. It always starts out with one step of faithfulness. And especially, and God's going to test us to see, how we're doing when we're working for somebody else. Are you the one who does the least amount of work that you can get away with? Are you being honest? Are you working with integrity? Are you, we take things for granted, like, when you do not work fully at full capacity wherever you're working, you're stealing from your employer. Now, if you're doing that as unto the Lord, you wouldn't do that, right? No, you wouldn't. So every action that God puts in front of us is a choice. It's a decision. How will we respond in that situation, whether we're working at Piggly Wiggly, stocking shelves? My feet used to hurt so bad. It felt like there were needles going through them because I was on my feet all day. I couldn't do that today, but I did that when I was a young woman. I worked my way through college. I did many, many, many kind of jobs. And God's looking at, it's a process. He looks at how we respond in the workplace. And then he says, if you're faithful with a little bit, I'll entrust you with more. So little by little, God directs our steps and he says, yes, I can trust you. And then he expands your sphere of influence, your authority, and your responsibility. And then if you're faithful with that, he's going to expand that until one day somebody gives you a coffee cup that says Boss Lady. And you know what? I have become a servant. Because if you're going to be a real boss, the kind that a person that somebody wants to work for, then you're not lording it over them. Remember, Jesus said, the greatest in the kingdom of God is a servant to all. He was the king of the universe, and he left the glories of heaven to come to earth and live in a very bad time during history, during the Roman occupation of Jerusalem, of Israel. And he was not raised in wealth and honor and privilege. He was raised in poverty, more or less, in a working family. And he was faithful every step of the way. And he's calling us to be the same way. Success comes one step of obedient faith at a time. And the greatest, you'll know when you're ready, when you're more concerned about the needs of your employees and the other people around you than you are your own. You see, you want to be big, you want to be important, do that on your own because God won't honor it. And there won't be any joy in it. There won't be a joy that I have every time I come to the office. I have a team of people that are amazing. But do you think they'd work for me if I was Attila the Hun? If I was a royal, you know what? No, they wouldn't want to work for me. They work for me because I treat them like royalty. I treat them as they are, valuable. Because there's not a single employee, including our housekeeper, our janitor, who's not absolutely valuable to this company. It didn't start out like that on day one. It has been a journey of God transforming my heart, teaching me His ways, and my acts of obedient faith that have led to me being responsible for a healthcare company that takes care of thousands of of patients throughout Northeast Florida. I've been responsible for over 30 years for the lives of thousands of children that have gone through our Christian school. And everything we have done in our business has been with one purpose, and that was to serve others, to be a blessing to other people. I don't know very many people that live that way, including so-called Christians. And that's why they're not blessed like I am. I am blessed beyond words. I'm going to tell you something. I'm not just the boss lady. I'm a child of God, and He spoils me rotten. I hope you learn the secrets of true success, whether you work in the real world of business, or you work in a church setting, or you're an entrepreneur. You're just starting out in life, trying to build a business. Let me tell you, it's a tough road. But with God, all things are possible. With God, nothing is impossible. I hope you'll take these words of encouragement to heart and learn to live a life of servanthood, because that's what God's looking for. Bye.